back. This is Adventures with Dr. Joe. I have a biometric reader here for this door. I have some important things in it that I'd like to be able to get out quickly, but it doesn't always work. The next step is to fit the latch. This is the latch, and it has a beveled edge which must go toward the strike plate. So we're going to put it in to the slot left from the previous one and mount it with these two screws. These are basically wood screws. They're sheet metal or wood screws. And what this does, this sets up the location of the spindle that will go through here and allow the door to be opened from the inside and from the outside. But the outside can only be opened when the combination is pressed, and we'll set that combination here in a little bit. So good, there's that. The first step in installation of this door is to use this template that's supplied with it, and I've put it on here and folded it and lined it up perfectly with the existing opening here. So this is a 1 3/8 inch door, so this fits perfectly on this. And now we're going to drill the holes for the through bolts. I've taken a pin punch and very carefully centered this on each of these holes and tapped an opening for these bolts. They're 10 millimeters or 3/8 of an inch. This hole already lines up nicely with the existing hole, so we don't have to worry about that right there. So we're going to drill those holes now and be sure that we stay perpendicular to the door. We could use a drill guide that is basically connected to a drill, but with the use of this square, we can start our hole and be sure that we're perpendicular this way and this way when we drill our hole. And we're going to mark the depth of the bit as it goes through the door, because then when we get close to the end, we're going to use a backing board here to prevent splintering as the drill goes through the door. Okay, I've determined the depth, basically not quite going through, and I've put this tape marker, and we'll stop there, and then we'll keep this drill perpendicular to the door in each of those locations. Now once we're through that part, we'll put this wood block behind here, and when we drill through, there shouldn't be any splintering. And there we go. There's our first hole. Now we'll do that for the second and third. Okay, there's the second. And I will do the third. Okay, there's that. And one more will be. So there are two latches that come with this. One is a 60 millimeter and the other 70, different size. And for us, the 60 fits perfectly. And I use the chisel just to open this up just a little bit. Now we'll secure this here, and then we'll do the striker in just a minute. So the type of lock we're taking out had this kind of a release, not a bolt, not a deadbolt. So we're replacing it with one that has a similar catch. And that'll fit in there really nicely. So we've got this place now Now we're going to put the striker in. So the first thing we're going to do here is replace the strike plate, but it doesn't quite fit. So we're going to have to do a little chiseling, which I kind of expected. So I've taken off the protective tape that's on it, and that fits nicely right there. Yeah, look, that's in there nicely. Okay, now put the lock in. There it is. And we're going to start putting some of those screws through the back plate, connecting the two. But I don't want to forget to put this little grommet in there. And now we're going to put the cover on. Got to line up the spindle to be sure it's the perfect position. That looks good. Now the back plate's on with the first two screws. So as we secure these bolts, we're going to remove the button area because we don't want to bolt into it yet. We just want to bolt into the cover. Alright, we got our first screw. Okay. Now our second screw, which is the lowest. That should drive in also. Good. Here are the screws we're putting in on the backing plate, the most upper screw and the lowest screw. Nice. And there's the installation of our door. Okay, I've coated it and it opens just great. And then when you raise this, it locks it, and this handle doesn't work. But when you put the coat in, it does. So here it locks, very nice. And we get access to it. So this turned out to be really nice. 4 machine screws through the whole body, hold this in place, very strong metal handles, nice chrome everywhere. Nice lock mechanism. Opens either way from the inside, up or down, which is really nice. You can take a look here. You can put our handle up or down, opens it right up. So that's the installation of a true mechanical, never needs batteries, never fails door lock. And it's really easy. It's just push button, mechanical, opens right up. And you just have to remember what the combo is. So again, as always, Adventures with Dr. Joe, please click subscribe and like. It really helps the channel a lot. And comments, very welcome and very appreciated. And as always, please stay safe. Thank you.